Mando, I've spoken.
This is the way.
Quotes, references. If you haven't seen our Mandalorian TV reactions, you guys, they're all up on YouTube, so look out for that playlist. There's probably a card popping up on this video at some point. Major news in the television world today. We need some good news. And today brings us some awesome ones. Rosario Dawson has been cast in The Mandalorian Season 2 as AHSOKA Tano. This is exciting stuff. I've only recently started to truly watch The Clone Wars, because after the way Mandalorian Season 2 ended, I was like, oh, it seems very essential, or I'll probably just get a lot more from it if I watch The Clone Wars. This news comes out and I'm like, I'm so glad I made that decision. And while I'm not finished with the show, this excites me for a variety of reasons. AHSOKA Tano is a really great character. I know that in the way back then when Clone Wars first came out, she actually wasn't that liked, but I think as people grew up, I think when teenagers grow up, they really start to relate to her, identify with her. And she's a very complex character and multi-layered. She's in Clone Wars, that show's still going on Disney+. She had a supporting role in Rebels, where she did have a showdown with Anakin Skywalker. But to talk about filling in some gaps here, in Rise of Skywalker, she is a ghost voice. So it was always assumed that she probably died somewhere between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. So she did have a showdown with Darth Vader. She wasn't involved in the fight against the Empire necessarily. Picking up with her character here in The Mandalorian, I feel like is really exciting stuff. We might see her story actually conclude in this show. Maybe watch how she actually did meet her ultimate demise, or maybe she just passed away in a really nice fashion, Yoda style.
Or maybe she'll just show up for one episode and then get killed off.
Yeah, just really bump people out. On top of all this news, the most exciting thing about it, we're finally getting a live action version of her. People were really excited when you heard her voice in Rise of Skywalker, confirming that all that is canon now. It's all linked to the live action ones as well, but we haven't gotten a live action version of AHSOKA Tano yet. Now we're finally getting one in the right medium. I mean, to throw her in a movie would absolutely be cool, but I think the fact that she started off an animated series and then transitioning a character to live action in a live action series just makes the most sense. I am so excited that out of anyone they got, Rosario Dawson. I think she is such an underrated actress. I think the first movie that I really saw her in was Sin City, and then I just started really paying attention to her in so many other works as well. I loved her as Claire Temple in the Netflix Marvel shows. She's great in Death Proof. She even killed it in Zombieland Double Tap. She's great at playing these characters with a lot of heart, really endearing, warm, yet an edge, sarcastic wit to them. She hasn't gotten the chance to truly demonstrate how much of a badass she can be. She might play badass characters where she holds a gun or something, but if she can play this character who was a former Jedi, knowing the AHSOKA Tano personality, all that I know so far, she already seems like perfect casting to me.
Oh yeah, I mean, and she's, like you said, she's got the chops, and I feel like at this stage in her career, I think we're finally getting more of the badass Rosario Dawson, like with her show that she's leading, the live action one, and now this. That seems like a perfect casting choice because she has the right, just quality to her presence that seems like she could pull off a character like this super well, and also, disappear enough into the makeup that you're not that distracted by it, Yeah, that's gonna be a cool makeup job to see come to life in real life.
And maybe as a character starting point, because this takes place just a little bit after the fall of the Empire, a little bit after Return of the Jedi, considering that she had such a complex relationship with her Jedi Master, Anakin Skywalker, and now that he's officially passed, I'm curious to see if they'll explore any level of grievance or weight that might carry with her in the show.
That's actually all they're gonna do. It's gonna be her mourning over Anakin. All of her lines are about Anakin, and it fails the Bechdel test. It would be cool to see her and Mando actually get into some nitty gritty business. Something where they both have to hold their own a little bit and get into some kind of fight. I mean, you always want to see some kind of cool action with the Mandalorian. That seems like a really cool thing, and I hope that if they do bring her on, maybe she can stick around for more than one episode, because in the first season, most of the guest stars seem like they got, an episode.
Some of them get an episode or two, but then they all tied it back in together, so I imagine they'll probably do something with her like that. Maybe the way how we never learned what happened with Baby Yoda is going to be somehow linked to her. Maybe she takes it into some hiding. I feel like she'll play a significant role. I'm excited for this. Guys, what are your thoughts on this? Leave your excitement down below. Do you think Rosario Dawson's the perfect casting choice? Because I personally do. Subscribe to The Real Rejects. Click bells. We'll catch you guys soon.